Hey brother. Jay, earlier this week I got a tweet from someone that said, if a toy from Toy Story died, the kids wouldn't know, and the other toys would have to watch the kids play with their corpses. This piqued my interest and I've been thinking about it a lot, so today we are going to discuss the topic, can a toy die? See, if you follow me on Twitter and send me stuff, there's a good possibility we'll make an entire video about it. Okay, so right out of the gate, I do want to say that I do not have a definitive answer to this question, but the more I thought about it, the more inconsistencies I kept coming across. So today we're going to bring it all up and see if we can't get anywhere. First, let's address the tweet, which suggests that toys might have to watch their dead friends be played with by an unknowing child. Personally, I don't think this could ever happen. I made a whole video kind of discussing the topic about whether or not toys actually come to life, so you can check that out right here. But the important takeaway is that our stance on this particular matter is that it is the love and appreciation of the toys' owners and or just humans in general that bring them to life. This is why the packaged toys at Al's Toy Barn don't come to life. They don't receive any specific attention. With the exception, however, of the toys that are actually on display in the store, like the Buzz Lightyear and the Barbies around the pool scene, which are probably getting a lot more specific attention. And so therefore, those specific toys in the store, even though they don't have owners, can come to life. Which also explains how Woody's Roundup would continue to survive on display at the museum.
You can go back, or you can stay with us and last forever.
But Woody was all like,
I don't want to survive! I want to live!
So no, basically, I do not see a situation where a dead toy is actually being played with. It's just not how it works. So it begs the question, how does a toy actually die? After all, there is no life without death. If love is what brings the toys life, would not being played with be what kills them? Surprisingly, I don't think so. In Toy Story 3, when they're faced with going into storage, they're not fearful that they won't be able to move, just won't be played with. They even seem optimistic that the Christmas decorations will be up there to meet them.
And those guys from the Christmas decorations box, they're fun, right?
Plus, Jessie lives unplayed with for years under Emily's bed. But we know they can die, or at least believe they can. Woody even says so in Sid's room.
We are gonna die.
Sid's house and the state of his toys in general bring up a lot of odd questions. Almost all of Sid's toys have been disassembled and reassembled in some new way, but they are not actually dead. We see them all come back to life. But at the same time, when Buzz loses his arm, it is no longer able to move on its own the way that the other broken toys are able to move after they've been reassembled. The same actually happens to Woody's arm in Toy Story 2, and again, it is unable to move on its own. Are there rules about how much of a single toy you'd have to take apart before it can no longer function on its own, and does it matter which parts? I'd say the part itself doesn't matter all of that much, because we see some of Hannah's toys continuing to operate even though they're missing their heads. Heads seem like they should be an important part. It begs the question, wherever their heads are, is that where the personality is generated from? Or is the head now dead and the body is just kind of like its own new toy? I know, sounds complicated. Don't worry, it gets worse. What about freaking Mr. Potato Head? I mean, his main functionality as a toy is the ability to come apart. As such, all of his individual parts do seem to still work even though they're not attached to his body.
Toss him overboard!
Seriously, why didn't the army men just take Potato Head's eyes down to Andy's birthday party in the original Toy Story instead of the walkie-talkie, which was a massive production? Just seems way easier. Hashtag these guys are professionals.
Come on, they're not lying down on the job.
And apparently the distance between these parts is no problem because Mrs. Potato Head can still see out of her eye in Andy's room when she's at Sunnyside. Going further down the rabbit hole, then there is the weird case of batteries. In Toy Story 1, we see RC run out of batteries when he's chasing the truck, but he's still making facial expressions with his eyes, so we know he's not actually dead. And in the beginning of Toy Story 3, Buzz addresses the group about making sure they have batteries before going into storage.
Keep your accessories with you at all times. Spare parts, batteries, anything you need for an orderly transition.
So if Buzz's batteries ran out, would he no longer be able to move? That sounds fair, right? But yeah, Not totally, because we have plenty of toys without batteries. Does that mean they can never run out of energy? What about something like Woody's voice box? If that ran out, would he no longer be able to talk when he came to life? We kind of get the answer to that when we meet Wheezy. His squeaker is broken, but he's still able to talk, just not super well. After it's fixed though, he is able to sing.
I think I feel a song coming on.
Honestly, it seems like the only way to kill a toy is to burn it with fire. Completely disassemble it, or... Seriously, how big was that explosive that it hit Andy's house? Otherwise, it seems like even if they become inactive, they can come back to life again simply by being played with, or repaired, or reassembled, even if it's with other toys' parts. For my question of the day, what do you guys think? How can toys die, if at all? Leave your thoughts in the towel section down below. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like it if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any other Toy Story action. If you'd like to see some other Toy Story mysteries explained, you can check out right here and see whether or not Sid is a bad kid, or right here to figure out why Buzz freezes. But Jay, that is everything that I've got for you today, man. I will see you on Tuesday.